Welcome to Planter Garden TV. Welcome Planter Garden family. How you all doing today? If you're interested in organic garden, please follow this channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you will be updated on any video that we post. Today our focus gonna be on planting by the moon. Planting by the moon. Planting by the moon is not really an old-fashioned way of gardening. It's a way of gardening. A way of gardening, especially when you're dealing with organic garden. Because when you're dealing with organic garden and you're dealing with moon planting, you get some of the greatest result you could ever find in gardening. There's a book out there that gives you some information about moon planting. I'm going to give you the name in a minute. There's a book out there that gives you some information. It gives you the day to planting, like which day should you plant. It also gives you like which zone you live in. The zone you live in, you can check under the zone and you could see all your planting days during the garden season. So today gonna be part one. We're gonna have several discussion on planting by the moon, and during this garden season we also going to be showing you results from our garden by some of the plant that we plant by the moon and the difference. In my opinion, it's one of the best thing a person can do, especially in organic garden where you're dealing with natural, organic compost, everything natural. So we actually dealing with nature. But moon planting, it's a beautiful way of gardening that people should adopt. Like new moon, the season is coming and we're in January right now, which in February most likely we're gonna be planting leafy crop. Leafy crop is like cabbage, is like brassica, collard greens, lettuce. This type of leafy crop is the right time to plant. The right time to plant them is on a new moon. Because somehow or the other, on a new moon, there's something happen on a new moon. I don't want to state the direct words like how others state it, so I'm going to state it in my own opinion. But somehow I realize every time it's a new moon, you might just get some rain, some kind of moisture, something going to happen either the day before or the day after or on the same day or something in that period of time. There's going to be rain in that period of time. And we know how great it is when we transplanting and it's raining. And rain come and the earth is soaked and the earth is wet. We know how important that is. So moon planting is a very important thing to adapt to. Because guys, what happened, it helps your plants grow faster, produce more. When you're talking about growing peppers, when you're talking about growing okra, any type of crop, then we have the above ground crop. The above ground crop is plants that produce their fruits above ground. Then we have the below ground, underground crop, which could be yam, edos, dasheen, ginger, turmeric, anything that produce under the ground. Is the best time to plant them is by following the moon. There's a book that called The Farmer's Almanac. You could check that book out. That might give you some insight. But over the years, once you continue planting and growing, you're going to understand, because you yourself, in your zone, you got to figure out which time works for you, which season works for you, because your garden is your experiment. So you follow the moon, you follow the phrase, you follow the cycle, and plant accordingly. I'm going to give you in part 2, we're going to talk about the planting days during the year. But moon planting help make your crop produce more, a lot more, bigger yield and more yield. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact, because I been doing moon planting for a while now. You know, I remember when I was a little boy and my father going and plant his crop. He used to choose the days. Like he used to say, tomorrow is a planting day. Because they understand something. They didn't have the book. Today we have a book that we can go and look for information. They didn't have the book, but they understand something from their experience. So within your experience in the garden, you could understand which day is best for planting. Because say for instance, guys, if you're following the moon cycle, it's wise to plant some of the same crop. Say for instance, you're planting tomatoes. It's wise to plant some on a planting day where you're following the moon, and it's wise to plant some on another day and see the result. So your garden is the testing ground to see which days is best for planting. Whether you following the moon or you just following whatever your mind tell you. Sometimes when you are connected to nature, it calls you, it tells you when it's a planting day. It automatically draw your attention. I don't need to use the book anymore. I did use the book a couple times, but I don't use that book because the connection between me and nature, it draws my attention. Tomorrow is a planting day. And most of the time, when it pulls your attention, you see it rain. So it's about the connection. So use your garden as an experiment. Test and see how it works for you. Always remember, you plant some on the planting day, which we're going to share in our next video, the planting day during the year. In our part 2, you plant some on the planting day and you plant the others on another day. I don't believe in planting anything on a full moon because from my experience, I don't believe in harvesting on a full moon. I don't believe in planting on a full moon. The result is different. But we're going to talk more and more about that, guys. This is just part 1. Don't want to prolong too long. But guess what? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Peace.